Hi everybody. Okay, today we are going to be talking about line symmetry. And I know some of you are probably like, oh, I know what that is, Mrs. Hamilton. And I know a lot of you have heard this word before, so this lesson should go by fairly smoothly. So for those of you that have never heard of line symmetry or a line of symmetry, what a line of symmetry is it divides a shape into two parts that are the same size and shape. And that's key right there. It has to be when you are folding a shape or if you are dividing a shape into two pieces, both of the pieces have to be the same size, the same shape. They have to be identical in every way for it to have a line of symmetry. And we're going to do some examples shortly. So it's said that a shape has line symmetry if it can be folded on a line so the two parts match exactly. So the shape itself has line symmetry if the line of symmetry that is drawn makes the two parts be the same size and exactly the same shape. And you'll see in our examples that we are going to do right now what I'm talking about. So if you look at page 575, and again, this is Go Math Lesson 10.5, and it's page 575 to 580. If you look at page 575, the very first example on the bottom is working with the letter W. So here's my letter W right here, okay? So for me to look at this and see if it has a line of symmetry, I want to be able to fold this so that both pieces are the exact same size and shape, exactly to a T, okay? So if I were to fold it like this, and I fold that one piece down, would this be a line of symmetry? Yep, and I'm knowing you're shaking your head. You're like, nope, because this side looks completely different than this side. It is not the same size or shape. All right, well, let's take that same W and let's fold it in the middle like this. So we'll fold it over just like that. Now look at it. Are both of those pieces folded over on each other? Do they have the same size and the same shape? Yes, they do. So this would be a line of symmetry for this letter. Sorry, my paper's floppy. This would be a line of symmetry right down the middle of our W, because if we fold it in the middle, this W has a line of symmetry right down the middle, and both pieces or both sides are the exact same size or shape. Okay? So again, that line of symmetry would be the fold crease right here. And if you guys want to try this at home, it tells you, all you have to do is cut this out of a piece of paper and you can try it on your own. Okay? So that's the W with our line of symmetry just like that. Okay? Exact same size, exact same shape, both the pieces are the same. Okay? All right, so that was the bottom of page 575. If you turn to page 576, we're doing the same kind of activity, but we're working with the letter L, okay? So here is my letter L right here, okay? So the very first piece that it wants us to look at to see if it's a line of symmetry has us folding it, and you're looking at the blue line, the dotted line, it has us folding it like this. A little piece of the bottom is folded over like that. So would this be a line of symmetry? Does that shape look exactly the same on both sides if I have this little piece folded over like this? No, absolutely not. So that is not a line of symmetry. The next piece that it has us doing is taking my top part and folding it down like that. Okay, is that a line of symmetry? Do those two pieces look identical, same size, same shape? No. So this is not a line of symmetry either, okay? So the last fold that it wants us to do with the L is something like this, where we fold it on diagonally like that. Does that look like a line of symmetry for this letter? Are these pieces exactly the same size, exactly the same shape, and they lay right on top of each other? Nope. So this L, this shape, does not have any lines of symmetry. This shape does not have line symmetry because there is no way to draw a line of symmetry through this shape where both pieces would be exactly the same, okay? So this shape, no line symmetry. No lines can be drawn to get the pieces the exact same shape and size, okay? All right, I just want to touch on a few examples with you so you can see how to do this, and this is the majority of this lesson, okay? So if you look at page 577, I have 3 examples right here. So I have number 1. Let's look at number 1, and my pink line I am saying is a line of symmetry, meaning that if I fold this rectangle, this corner to this corner, that it will be the exact same size and shape. Is that true? Just by looking at the picture, I know mine's a little, probably not drawn perfectly, but just looking at the picture, if I fold this corner to this corner, would this be the same? Would this be the same size and shape? So is the line a line of symmetry? Yes or no for number 1? And your answer is absolutely yes. If you were to fold this corner to corner, these 2 pieces would match up perfectly. All right, let's look at number 4. We're jumping down to that triangle. So here's my triangle. This is my line of symmetry. So you kind of have to visualize this for a second. If you were to fold this piece over on that line, here's your line, you would fold right on that line. Does this triangle have a line of symmetry? Would those 2 pieces be exactly the same? Nope. They would be a lot different. Miko. Sorry, my cat is all over the place right now, so in case you heard scratching, that's what she was doing. All right, so now let's look at number 6. It says, tell if the blue line appears to be a line of symmetry, right? Yes or no. So look at number 6. We have a rhombus, if you remember from our last lesson. Here's my line of symmetry, okay? Now, if I were to fold that over, do those look like, those pieces look like they would be the same size and shape? No, because they are not identical in shape. So the answer to that, and size, so the answer to that is no. So ladies and gentlemen, this whole section, this whole lesson is really just looking at those blue dotted lines and telling you if, and asking you if there is a line of symmetry, okay? So I just did with you the question on page 575. I did the top question, the blue box on page 576, and 3 of the other pictures on page 577. Now there's some very interesting shapes that you're going to be working with here. So really just think about it in your head. Visualize the shape, fold it over, and if it's the same size and the same shape exactly, then that shape has line symmetry, and that blue dotted line would be a line of symmetry. Okay? I do want to show you one other piece that I'm just going to put the book in front of you for. So page 579 has 2 questions that look like this. Okay? The directions for this say to complete the design by reflecting over the line of symmetry. What that means is they gave you half a shape. Okay? Here's this dark line is your line of symmetry. All you are going to do is color in the squares on the other side to reflect the squares that you see here, okay? So for example, this guy, you have a dark square here, you would need a dark square here, a dark square here, a dark square here, a dark square here, and a dark square here. You have to make it look exactly the same on the other side of this line of symmetry, okay? So that's what these two are right here, all right? So keep that in mind when you are doing this, that's what you are doing for these two, okay? All right, and again, if you have any questions, please reach out to your specific teacher. Our next lesson, we will be drawing some lines of symmetry, so you will get some practice at splitting a shape into pieces that are equal and the same on two different sides, okay? So there's not a whole lot more to this lesson, that's it. But again, if you have any questions, please reach out to your specific teacher and we will be happy to help you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, friends.